Hello there, you guys. This is Dustin DeBoer from Solid Rock Life and Family Coaching coming to you once more today to get caught up on the daily devotional from the 5 love languages. And I am so excited to truly be doing this series this year because I really want to help other people with their marriages. And the fact is that marriage and family have taken a big hit in this last year with COVID. We all know that. At least those of us that are in this field for sure, or in other fields where we study social things that are going on. And it's been talked a lot about in the news too. Let's face it, people working from home, students doing distance education even as young as kindergarten. Oh boy. And there are many parents around the country that have had to learn how to juggle those things in the last year. And it's put a lot of stress on the family unit, put a lot of stress on marriages, put a lot of stress on relationships between parents and kids. There's no doubt about that. None. But one thing that we can do to actually change that and help it, I should say, to become better is to understand the 5 different love languages and be able to take them with you on the go. It is so awesome that I think that Moody Publishing and Gary Chapman and his colleagues have all put together a lot of different free resources for us. It's absolutely phenomenal to be able to show you the Love Nudge app today, as well as share with you the Following the Clues devotional as I knock over a bell that was holding my page open. Oh well, as long as I don't trip on it, right? And I won't. Following the clues. I am giving you a new commandment. Love each other just as I have loved you. Love each other just as I have loved you. You should love each other. Your love for one another will prove to the world that you are my disciples. John 13:34 through 35. What does your spouse most often request of you? This is usually a clue to a person's love language. You may have interpreted it, though, as nagging. Yeah, nagging. But in fact, your spouse has been telling you what makes them feel loved. For example, if your mate frequently requests that you take a walk after dinner, go for a walk or go for a picnic, turn off the TV and talk, or go away for a weekend, they are all requests for quality time. One wife told Gary Chapman, I feel neglected and unloved when my husband seldomly spends time with me. He gives me nice gifts on my birthday and wonders why I'm not excited about the gifts. Gifts mean little when you don't feel loved. Her husband, he was very sincere and was trying to demonstrate his love, but he was not speaking her love language. As we have seen from the verse above, Jesus instructed his disciples to love each other as he had loved them. How does God love us? Perfectly and with complete understanding. He knows us and he knows how we can experience his love. We can never truly love perfectly this side of heaven, of course. But what can we do? What is it that we're able to do right now? We can discover the love language of our spouse as an important first step in the right direction. When I read this for the first time today, I thought of two different things right away. One, what does your spouse request of you the most? It's usually what she speaks the most in my case, and I am so grateful to be engaged to Shannon and to be moving forward with that lifelong relationship that I've always sought. And there's one thing that she truly does want, and that is quality time. It's not her top love language, or at least it wasn't when we took the assessment. It could change partially over time, but when we took the assessment, and I'll show you that later, it wasn't her top language. But I thought about what does she request of me the most lately? And it's been acts of service, which I've done willfully for her, because over the years, she's helped me so much too, and given back to me acts of service. A second thing I thought about was if your mate frequently requests that you take a walk after dinner, go on a picnic, turn off the TV, which is fine for me, I don't even own a TV. I just have my computer. If we turn off all the digital technology and just talk, or go away for a weekend, those requests are for quality time. Now, without giving away too much, I can tell you this. I am so looking forward to giving quality time in the month of January. It is going to be an awesome event for us, and I'm just really looking forward to it. Like I say, I can't say any more until we actually do it because it spoiled the surprise, and she loves YouTube, so I don't want to have her watch too much of what I'm going to say about that event. But seriously, quality time is incredible. We're all an amalgamation of all 5 of the love languages, but we do have one that speaks the most. And discovering that love language is definitely an important step in the right direction. One of the things that I said in the introduction is that not only do I love the 5 love languages, being a somewhat of a techie type person too, more than Shannon is, which happens in any relationship, one of the two of you usually knows technology, and I know the Apple side, she knows the PC side a little bit better than I do because honestly, I'm an Apple fan, have been since '93 when I got my own computer. So, oh well, not that I have anything against you Droid people out there, I don't. It's just that I'm an Apple fan. So, I wanted to show you what I think is an awesome app. And the reason I say an awesome app on the phone is because if you're like me, you don't always remember everything that you need to. It's not a male selective memory, it's just called memory. We don't remember every last little thing. And because of that, I love having an app that can actually help me remember many different things. Now let me show you what I mean. Here we go. Here is my love tank on my app. The love tank shows you the level of love that you feel on a given day. This is how I adjusted it this morning. And I felt really loved. And I still do feel really loved because of some of the things that Shannon did yesterday, which I am so proud of her for actually doing. And learning more about herself and what she's really good at and how she can carry that out into the world at large. This page on the app also lets you see what languages yours, or which percentage almost, your different languages are in. For instance, that blue one looks pretty darn big. Let's look at it. By all means, it's the acts of service. And can vacuuming the floors really be an expression of love? Absolutely. Anything you do to ease the burden of responsibilities of weighing on an acts of service person speaks volumes. I read this so sarcastically because it's so true. Also, as the caretaker of the building I live in, Shannon has helped me numerous times by helping to vacuum hallways. She's not only done that, she's also helped me shovel snow late at night or early in the morning, depending upon which we think is best per the snowfall to get it done in time for everybody that I have to have it serviced for. Acts of service is a big deal to me. It really is. I so love it when she helps, and when I can help her, it makes me feel really good. But if you notice, hers is only 27%. So we'll come back to that in a minute. Now let's go back to the chart here. You can see that the green one and yellow one are close. Let's check that green one. Words of affirmation. Now you see on my side of the fence that it's 27, and you see on Shannon's side of the fence that it's 30. And I am definitely aware how much she loves words of affirmation. And you know what? They speak louder than words. And if your love language, if this is your love language, unsolicited compliments mean the world to you. And because it is my second love language, it means the world to me when she speaks positively about different things. She has changed so much in the last year that it's been awesome. I only pray that I can really give back to her the words of affirmation that she so rightfully deserves from me. Love and respect is also a big part of that. And that's another whole subject matter with Emerson Eggerichs and the crazy cycle. As you can see, the other two are really minor to me, per se. They're still up there. Quality time is 23%. And then we have gifts at, well, I said 0 because I'm not a real big gift person. I like gifts. I will always take gifts, per se. But I'm not needing a gift to have somebody show me their love. That's one of the functions of the app. Another thing that I really am working on this year is to use it competitively, per se, for myself and compete against myself to show where my love tank is at. And last year we didn't use the app a whole lot. This year I'm planning on using it a whole lot more with her, and especially when we get newer phones so that we can communicate more readily this way as well. But the fact of the matter is, this actually will chart out for you how your love tank is over the week. And you can change it every day if you want, check in with it, so that your spouse knows how you really feel loved. Because your accounts are linked together, and then you can actually put goals in place so that you can see what your goals are, and you can actually add any at any time. Now you can see that I put in a few goals, and I did. To make dinner one. I like to cook. Shannon likes to eat my food, and I'm thankful that she does. She cooks for me. I like her food, so it works well. But she's more of a baker, so hey, that works out well too. But anyhow, one of the things that I love to do is see what other ones are here. There are such things as massage. Yes, we do give each other massages, and it's quite fun when we do. And yes, it's definitely, oh yeah, look at all these icons you can use, but yes, I'll go with the hand. It's definitely how often. You can set it as daily, weekly, what is it? I'm going to go with weekly, simply because Shannon and I, until we are married, are not living together. We know better than to do that, and we're glad that we aren't. There are so many reasons to stay apart rather than to stay together. Because we want to stay together long term is one big reason. Next, you can set the reminder at which time of day. I'm just going to say, since this is physical touch, let's go. Actually, let's set this for 8 o'clock in the morning to be reminded, because that'll probably be Friday. and at 8 a.m. because I want to remind her all day long that I am going to do something special for her, and more than likely give her a massage. She likes the neck and back side of things, and I love doing that for her because both of us use computers a lot and we need to stretch our necks and backs. So we both love doing that for each other. Then you can go over here and do nudges. You can also go over here to the settings where you can actually also go right to learning the love languages just like you saw before. And then if you really want to learn more on the overview, here's what's really cool. It actually takes you over to the 5 Love Languages website. And you can actually access the website just on your phone through the app. I love the integration. And I love the information that's all out here. I love those websites that are down there too. Appreciation at Work, Start Your Marriage Right. All of those are resources that I have used and will continue to use in my coaching practice. Go back to the Love Nudge. If you want to find out the words of affirmation, and if you want to watch the video, now I did not turn the sound on with the Zoom program, so you can't actually hear this, but these videos are all fully animated. And they go through and really define what acts of service are, what words of affirmation are, physical touch, and so forth. They're really well done, and I highly encourage you to download the app from your app store, whether it's the App Store or the Google Play Store, whichever one you choose. Again, I'm an Apple fan, so I say App Store. When I say App Store, you know what I mean. Then there is the Take the Quiz. You can actually do the quiz right on the app too, and I think that's tremendous. It's a blast to be able to do that, so I highly encourage that. I also encourage people to check out the bookstore because this is where the books are. And honestly, I love the fact that they've written 5 love languages for singles, because there are those that are just going to be single their whole life. For children, for teenagers, A Teen's Guide to the 5 Love Languages. That is one book that I think is excellent to use with any teen so that they can truly use it to understand what love really is and how it's expressed and what it means and how you need to save physical touch and sexual intimacy and many forms of touch for when you're married. I also wish I had this book in my presence right now, Things I Wish I'd Known Before We Got Married. We're not married yet, so I still have time to read it and say it was before I got married. Woohoo! It's another one to add to my 46 books that I'm going to have this year and get to 50. Building True Love in Blended Families, that's definitely a part of it. Sharing Love Abundantly in Special Needs Families, that is a special book that I heard about when it came out. And it's a very touching story, too, of special needs families that Gary Chapman got involved with. When Saying Sorry Isn't Enough, Leaving Your Spouse When You Feel Like Walking Away, one of my favorite books that I think I want to get because it's uncommon dates. And we're not talking the fruit. So anyhow, just wanted to share that one. Then the Anger book is a really great book as well. And again, with the Anger book, there is actually a free assessment on your anger level and your anger style, if I remember correctly. Then there is the Facebook community, which I think is incredible to be a part of. You have to sign up for it and they have to approve you for it. But once you do, you're in and you have access to the private Facebook community. And I think that's awesome. Another thing I love is the fact that they give you a direct link to start your marriage with, or start marriage here with Prologue. This is one of the tools that I also have available to me to use within my coaching practice, and I love it. So I am looking forward to helping more and more families, not only with SYMBIS, but also incorporating these other aspects of everything so that other people can be a real success on the stage of life that matters most, their front door. Now, as I said in the very beginning, I would go over the devotional for today as well as share the app. I highly encourage you to go to either the App Store or the Google Play Store and find this app. Now, if you don't know how to spell nudge, I had to really think about it at first, but then I was like, oh yeah, it's like fudge. So I was like, oh, it starts with an N. N-U-D-G-E. And I think we all know how to spell love, but just in case you don't, and I nudge you closer and closer to having a real true love relationship, it's L-O-V-E space N-U-D-G-E. Now I know I'm having a little bit of fun with all of you out there, but you get what I mean. So if you have any questions, would like to know more about it, you can look up the 5 love languages as well as contact me. I would love to be able to help facilitate you and lifelong love. If there's anything I can do for you, let me know.